Hi there and welcome back to Triplicate and part 2 I guess of a look at washing machine door latches. Zanussi washing machine door latches. In the first part we replaced it, the faulty one, and it's done a few loads since now and not come up with any fault codes, so I think that was the problem and our replacement has fixed the problem. So now shall we have a look at the one we took out, which we're pretty sure is faulty, and see what makes it tick, how it works, and see if we can find out why it failed. Okay, so here it is. Now looking at it, there's this cream coloured, we call it chassis I suppose, and then there's this, which is the actual catch mechanism, this metal plate held in by this white plastic bit, and there is this grey plastic bit which looks like a top cover, which is held on by these, you see those 3 clips. So that's possibly our starting point. We will lever it up off these clips. And the third one, come on. Is that going to come off now? Hopefully. No, that plastic clip is still, there we go. Right, well we've decided it's scrap shot. Oh no, there's another clip here, haha. There we go. So, all the bits go in there. Whoop. Well, that was like a bit of muck or something. So, it looks burnt and blackened in there as well. Now I did measure the contact across all these connectors here. Measure the resistance across all these connectors here, and couldn't measure anything across any of them, which I would have thought one of them would be across the solenoid. Don't know. Right, so there we go. So that does that flip up and in? So this tab flips out and in there and stops the catch, holds the catch in the closed position. That's the only way I can see it works. So what have we got in here? Well, the burnt bit is there. So I am guessing this solenoid, can we just zoom in a little more, see what we can do it, out a little more, pushes that way. And rotates this wheel. What does this do? push that little pin up. Put my finger on it to see what it does. So this is under this contact here is the burnt looking bit. There's something in there. Yeah, and these contacts definitely look a bit burnt. So that is... And what's this thing in here? Well, it makes that wheel go round. I'm not sure what that wheel does. Okay. Okay, so here is what I think is happening. I've drawn out a circuit. So this switch is these contacts here, and down here there's one of these little discs which are possibly thermal fuses, I don't know yet. And under here, chances of seeing that, there is a black strip, which I think is a bimetal strip. So there's some kind of heating arrangement between that contact and that contact. And what that does, right, hang on, let's go back a step. When you shut the door, that moves across and opens that hole, which is over that little pin. And assuming whatever this is being pushed up, at that point, you turn it on its side, can you see that? That little pin will come up and go through that hole and stop the door catch opening again, moving, so the door can't open, is what I'm saying. So then, this solenoid turns this wheel, and if this, let's see if I can hook under here, if this is up, this wheel will just, let's see if I can do this at this angle, drop that a little and open these contacts, and assuming that's a common, so that's the drive to the solenoid and this is the drive to the thermal heating bent bit of metal switch, and this is just will just be an input to the controller. So what will happen if that catches on, this switch will be closed, and if that solenoid is fired, that switch will momentarily open, which seems a clunky way of doing it. In fact, the whole thing's a bit clunky. It does seem like from the days when washing machine controllers were just big rotary switches with a motor driving them, a stepper motor driving them. And I measured this coil to be 132 ohms, so that is definitely not running on mains, otherwise it would glow red hot and we would be looking at kiloohms if it was running on mains. So I'm assuming the whole of this runs off, I guess maybe 12 volts. So shall we turn the power supply on and see if we can get it to do something? Okay, interesting. At 31 volts, which is the maximum my power supply will kick out, it's drawing 145 milliamps, and if you give it a helping hand, it's sort of tries, and then you can see it's flicking back, so it's almost trying and it's getting hot. So maybe it is just designed to have a pulse of mains through it. But it wouldn't stand mains voltage for very long, and I'm not going to try it. I'm not going to try it. Similarly, if I were to put my 30 volts across there, it's not operating that, but then again that might be going anyway, and that's 142 milliamps. So, dunno. Nope, that's only drawing 3 milliamps. So something's boop boop there. Shall we just rip it the rest of the way apart? And it's drilling that out, so once I've drilled that out, that's it. It's never going to work again. Let's do it anyway. Okay, so there is this little disc thing here, which I'm assuming is some kind of a thermal fuse. And there is, I believe, another one under here, which is cooked. Let's see if we can persuade it out. It's not like soldered in or anything. Hopefully this one looks okay without trashing it. It's held in with a spring contact. There. Come on. Right. That's got it. Oh. Blowed if I know. Let's see if I can. The scratches of me trying to get it out just looks like a little bit of I don't know what. Well, it's not magnetic. Let's see if it's got any ohmage across it. That's how it was connected. 70 ohms. So it's 70 ohms across the... I can only think it is some kind of a thermal fuse arrangement which goes high impedance when it gets hot. Quickly power up the power supply again. And can't be able to move the camera, I'm afraid, so you're going to have to take my word for it. At 30 volts it's drawing half amp and it gets hot. Ow! So is it just a little heater? Oh no, that has dropped to 30 milliamps. So that's what it is, it's some kind of a thermal fuse. Ow, certainly got hot. Ah. It's back to 60 ohms now. So if I bang the power across it, yep, it goes up to half an amp, and then immediately down to about 30 milliamps. So that's what it is, it's a thermal fuse. I guess you put mains across the solenoid, you get a great big yank as it draws a lot of current. That little thing cooks up, goes high impedance, and then it releases again. And I guess you keep the mains across it and it'll cool down and... no, you don't. Anyway. So, I guess there's another one of those under here, which it gets hot and works that bimetal strip. Here we have destruction time. Come on. That should be the end of that rivet. Let's see if that's gonna lever up now. Well, it would, but it's connected to a bunch of other stuff. Yep, all the electrical stuff. Right. So yeah, that it's been getting hot. Oh yes. I don't know whether it's chipped because I've broken it or chipped because it's chipped. There is. Oh no, there's a lot of bits of brass there, but that's where I drilled the rivet out. And yes, so shall we see what the resistance is across this one? Ah, stop it. Turn the power supply off, I keep shorting it out. Oh, that little rolly thing. .4 kilo ohm. I am guessing that has expired and that is the end of it. So I'm guessing that gets hot and bends that bimetal strip, which pushes that contact up. Okay, well that's it. That it's got beaten up and bashed and probably doesn't work anymore, and it's supposed to be in contact with that bimetal strip. I'm assuming that's what that black strip is, which it doesn't really anymore. And well, it does look like it makes contact down there, but it's all a bit burnt and blackened, so that we can fairly definitively say was the end of this. This was just not performing anymore, or was not performing reliably, and wasn't latching the door shut properly, and the detection mechanism with the solenoid was not detecting what it should detect, and the washing machine was producing a fault code. Now it may be that this has cooked because something has gone wrong further down the line into the gubbins of the washing machine, in which case the one I fitted probably won't last over long. But the washing machine, we reckon, is around 20 years old, so it doesn't owe us anything, so if that one fails it'll be time for a new washing machine. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this little foray into what clunky ancient technology, bimetal strips would you believe, makes these door catches function, and also hope it was useful watching me repair it and fit a new one. So that's it for this video. So for now it is goodbye from Triplicate. Goodbye.